I love being Palestinian. I do. I love being Palestinian because it's the one identity that you bring up and it's instantly controversial. I'm edgy. I told the guy I was Palestinian. He was like, oh, Palestine, that's a made-up country. I was like, what? He was like, Palestine, that's a made-up country. I was like, I heard you the first time. He's like, yeah, well, I heard it's made up. I'm like, yeah, like any country?
Gotcha.
What country is not made the up? That's how you get countries. You make them up. It's very easy. Step 1, you make up a name. Step 2, you pick a jingle and a dance. Step 3, you pick out colors for your flag. And if you can't wave that flag in certain places, you find a fruit that resembles those colors. You put it on social media. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. I asked this guy, I was like, what's your name, buddy? He was like, Clarence. I'm like, that's a made-up name. Might want to check in with your parents, bro. I think they made that up on you. Clarence, bro. No, Palestine is a very real place. I've been explaining this to Americans for many, many years. Palestine, formerly a British colony. Huh, reminds me of somewhere I know. America? Same stepdad? Who would have thought? We have a similar origin story. Don't you think that when the United States first came out to Great Britain as the US of A in 1776, that we faced that same level of no, you're not? We're like, hey, Britain, we're the US of A. Try to stop us. And Britain's like, well, that's a made-up country, isn't it? And we're like, Britain, stop. You're gaslighting us. And Britain's like, well, it's a made-up word, isn't it? And we're like, no, Britain, we want to be a country. We're going to be a country. We're a country. And Britain's like, well, you're making that up. And we're like, okay, fine. Well, here's a made-up weapon. It's called a gun. Bang, bang. And we fought a made-up revolution based off of a made-up document with made-up scribbles on it. And that's how we got our made-up country. Because it's all made up. It's all made up. Everything. It's called using your imagination. It's very fun. I highly recommend it. You know what's crazy? In this world that we live in order for a country to first become a country, there's a rule that basically before the country can even be considered as a country, 5 people from that country have to meet up, sign a document agreeing that it's a country. 5 people. That's crazy. Do you want to know why that's crazy? Because I made it up right now, okay? You make stuff up. It takes 5. You heard it here first. Chicago is a very easy place to talk about this. Probably the biggest Palestinian population in the country. Okay? Lil Falastin. Deep dish manish. Have you noticed there's been a lot of watermelons on social media lately? Yeah? I know Americans are like, I didn't know summer fruits were already in season. Is there some kind of watermelon harvest going on? The watermelon is a symbol of Palestinian identity. And it's not because we like the taste. Who doesn't? Okay? It's because there's a story behind it. After the 1967 war, Israel occupied the West Bank and Gaza and made it illegal to wave a Palestinian flag. Think about that. From 1967 to 1993, 26 years, a Palestinian could not wave their own flag in their own homeland. So, as usual, Palestinians found a way. And someone noticed that the Palestinian flag resembled the exact same colors as the watermelon. Yeah, red, green, black, and white, which is quite good luck to find a fruit that resembles a 4-colored flag. A lot of countries don't have that same luck. Like India would have to be a cantaloupe. Mexico could be a strawberry, a fresa, put a bird on it. And the United States would be a popsicle. Because that's the only red, white, and blue food. I checked. And it's fitting, because we're not too keen on eating fruit out here. I actually wanted to make sure that joke was entirely accurate. So I Googled red, white, and blue food. And the first thing that comes up, a popsicle. And not just any popsicle, a specific popsicle that we make here in the United States is called a bomb pop. We have a popsicle called a bomb pop? And it's shaped like a rocket? When I saw that, it was like, am I writing a joke or is the joke writing me? It's shaped like a rocket, and we feed it to our children. Are we okay? We're feeding our kids weapons for dessert now? We've even militarized frozen desserts. That's our contribution to the culinary arts, le bomb pop. It's a real thing. The bomb pop was created in the United States in Kansas City in the 1960s, specifically during the Cuban popsicle crisis. The timing was not coincidental. It was basically our way to flex on Russia. Be like, yeah, Russia, you don't want to look in our freezers, bro. You're not going to like what you see in there. Talk about a Cold War. They called it a bomb pop, because I guess nuke pop was already copyrighted. And I'm surprised these didn't spread to around the world. I'm surprised there wasn't a big popsicle proliferation problem. Although I did hear that in 2003, Iraq had popsicles to mass destruction, but I heard that was just a rumor. They melted before we got there. I'm like, what? This is just syrup. But I think about this a lot. I think about the bomb pop a lot, because Palestinians have been stigmatized as being violent, as being terrorists. When Palestinians' symbol of identity and resistance is a watermelon. If you've noticed, the watermelon's being posted all across the world on social media, on shirts, on pictures, on keffiyehs, in order to basically spread awareness of the Palestinian cause. It's a weapon of resistance. The main Palestinian weapon is a sweet, tasty dessert. Meanwhile, America's sweet, tasty dessert is a bomb on a stick. And so I'm shocked every time one of our warmongering American politicians has the audacity to call another country a threat or a terrorist. It's like, bruh, check your freezer, dude. You got warheads in there that you're gonna suck on. Do you understand? When the brain freeze hits, let me know. Thank you so much. I love you, Chicago. Oh, thank you so much. I love you guys.